Hello dear friends, this is Dr. Hitesh Patel and I'll be teaching you jet propulsion and aircraft engineering. In this video lecture, I'm going to cover solid and liquid propulsion system, and this is lecture 1 of this chapter. And in this lecture, we are going to cover a couple of subtopics such as a solid propellant rocket engine and internal ballistics. So let's go through the solid propellant engine. Now you can see diagram on the slide, which is the schematic diagram of a solid propellant rocket engine. The main components of these solid propellant rocket engines are the motor case, igniter, nozzle, and a shield, which is also known as the thermal insulations, which is being provided to reduce the heat transfer. Solid propellant is the combination of solid fuel and oxidizers. Like as we have discussed in previous lecture, there are a couple different types of the solid propellant fuels that we use, such as homogeneous and heterogeneous propellants. In homogeneous propellants, we have seen the varieties of fuels such as nitroglycerin, nitrocellulose, etc. And for heterogeneous, we have fuel and oxidizers in different forms. So like plastic polymers as a fuels and nitrate and perchlorates as a oxidizers. Now solid fuels and oxidizers are homogeneous mixed and packed inside the shell. A liner is provided between shell and the propellant. The purpose of liner is to protect the shell because of the higher temperature that will generate it during the combustion process, and which reach up to 3000 degree Celsius. Now let's go through the working of the solid propellant rocket engine. First of all, the igniter, which is located at the top, that ignites the spark, so the combustion takes place. When the combustion takes place in the combustion chamber, very high pressure and high temperature gases are produced because of the combustions of the propellant. Now, the highly heated products of the combustion gases are then allowed to expand in the nozzle section, as you can see at the tail of the engine. In the nozzle, the pressure energy of the gas is converted into the kinetic energy. So the gas is coming out from the unit with very high velocity. Now due to high velocity of gases coming out from the unit, a force or thrust is produced in opposite direction. This thrust propels the rocket. Now it has a certain advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, let's go through the advantages. The first and major advantage of the solid propellant rocket engine is that it is simple in design and construction. And like many of us have already used this solid propellant rocket engine during the Diwali, the crackers that we burn in Diwali. Second advantage, that they do not require a feeding system, so they are free from the problems of moving parts such as pump, valves, etc. Because it does not have any moving parts, the overall vibrations is less. Since the number of parts are less and it doesn't have any moving parts, the maintenance would be also less. The next advantage is that this type of rocket engine is widely popular for the short range applications such as in missiles. And the last advantage is that the problems arising from the sudden emptying of propellant tanks are absent in these applications. Now let's go through the disadvantages. The first and major disadvantage of the solid propellant rocket engine is that during emergency we cannot stop the engine in the midway. So since there is no supply of the fuels, we cannot cut out the supply. Once it start burning, it cannot be stopped. So therefore, the engine is very difficult to stop during the emergency. Second disadvantage, that decrease of speed or the reduction in the speed is not possible. Third disadvantage is low specific impulse as compared to liquid propellant rocket engine. Then nozzle cooling is also not possible here because of the high temperature burning gases. Another thing is that the nozzle erosion problems is raised here more as compared to liquid propellant rocket engine because of the presence of solid particles in the high temperature and high speed gases. And the last disadvantage is that since it is explosive, a transportation and handling of these rockets require a greater care. So these were the disadvantages of the solid propellant rocket engine. Now let's go through the internal ballistic. But before we begin the internal ballistic, let's understand what is the ballistic. A ballistic is a simple science of motion of projectile. When there is a projectile which is moving into the atmosphere, it is a study of the ballistic. It is a knowledge of physical forces that is acting on a projectile and missile. Now, internal ballistics is a subfield of ballistic, and it is the study of projectile behavior from the time its propellant ignites it into the combustion chamber and until its exit through the nozzle. Internal ballistic is a study of physiochemical phenomena that is occurs inside the combustion chamber from the moment of the detonation of primer to the time the projectile leave the nozzle. Now let's go through the various phenomena of internal ballistics or the factor which affect the internal ballistics. The first factor is ignition intensity. We're going to go through them in a detail, but let's go through the first of all the four major factor which affect the internal ballistics. So first one is ignition intensity. Second one is a combustion of propellant and the chamber length or the geometry. Then the atmospheric conditions and the pressure. So first of all, let's go through the ignition intensity. Now, when firing pin strike the hammer and the priming compound explodes with great velocity causes jet of flame, often extremely high temperature, to pass through the flash hole into the combustion chamber. Now, this jet of flame with a temperature of about 2000 degrees Celsius ignite the propellant which burns at high speed to form a large volume of high pressure gases. Now basically there are three different factors of the ignition, and those are lock time, ignition time, and the nozzle time. So like lock time is the time interval between the release of shears and the impact of the striker on the percussion cap. Ignition time is the duration of interval between the striking of the fire pin to blow the ignition of the first grain of powder. And the nozzle time is the time interval from the passing of trigger to the exit of the gases from the nozzle. So the ignition intensity has a great impact on the internal ballistic, and it decides the overall performance of the rocket engine. Now second one, that is the combustion of propellant and chamber length. Now generally when the length of the combustion chamber is small, the rocket required a quick burning powder which is converted into the gases before the gases is pushed out of the nozzle. If a slow burning powder or the propellant it used in smaller length engine, air will be achieved of less velocity to the projectile. While in long chamber that require a progressive burning powder or propellant, so that the propellant is converted into the gases and that will provide the sufficient velocity. So it has a the combustions of the propellant has a great impact on the chamber length or the geometry. Third factor is the atmospheric temperature. If temperature varies are substantial, they affect the ballistic aspects of the ammunition. In hot places, the pressure developed may be excessive, while in cold places, it may develop with the low velocity. Similarly, the pressure has also an impact on the internal ballistics. The surrounding pressure, if we have a higher pressure of the atmospheres or the inside the combustion chamber, we can achieve the high velocity. So it has a greater impact on the internal ballistic as well. Now there are a few different problems that we need to consider for the internal ballistic as well, such as heat problems during the combustions of the propellant, because we know that the combustions of the propellant occurs at a very high temperature and that often reach to 3000 degrees Celsius. The erosions occurs at a higher temperature. So these were the different factors that need to be considered for the internal ballistics. That's it for now. If you have any doubt or any comment, you can write down in the comment box. Thank you very much.